This is the story of how a man with no boat ownership experience embarked on his sailboat life dream with very little money, a talent for telling stories, and a deep desire to know the sea. I'd like to thank my patrons for helping make all this possible. Please like and subscribe, leave a comment, or help out financially by clicking my Patreon link in the description below. Thanks for watching, and on with the show. Well, hello and welcome back to my channel. It has been a minute since I updated my video channel, and for that I apologize. But on the other hand, this past month, the month of January, has been a pretty hard month. First off, it was like two and a half weeks of just straight rain, like I'd never seen it before. Of course, there was a big storm where I lost the furling jib up there. It was like literally two and a half more weeks of just straight rain and wind. Nothing as serious as that first big blow, but a lot of water.
All that comes as Northern California is getting walloped by another powerful storm system days after a New Year's Eve deluge. That weekend storm, a so-called atmospheric river, dumped 5.5 inches of rain on San Francisco. Forecasters have warned this new storm could bring as much as 4 more inches of rain to Northern California, coupled with wind gusts of up to 50 miles per hour.
And discovered a lot of leaks. In fact, I'm still actually drying out things. I've got my bed all pulled out and the back cover out in the sunshine. Again, it's been about a week and a half since the rain stopped, and I'm still just like finding little places where water got through and taking care of that. So that's the first part of the month. And then the second part of the month, I got a cold. I'm still don't sound quite right, but I got a nasty cold that just kind of lingered for a week, and so I just kind of isolated myself here on the boat and basically just focused on a few projects and this coming year. I think the storm and the isolation up here during the storm really got me thinking about why I'm here in Bodega Bay, which I've mentioned before. And so I've made the decision. I'm hoping sometime in early March to move the boat down to San Francisco Bay. Hopefully be part of a larger sailing community, some folks that I can lean on when I have questions, and just a stronger group of sailing nautical minds is really what I'm after. I also think that there would be a lot more work down there for this new TaskRabbit thing, which I've been doing. Which, by the way, this is from a TaskRabbit job. I don't know if you can see all that. That is from pulling English ivy. I did not know that English ivy, well, has the same chemical compounds as poison ivy and poison oak and all of them, so I got zapped by some English ivy, which I'm not thrilled about, but now you know. So what else? Oh, so basically, yeah, I made the decision to really move this boat and myself to a different community, and that, in my mind, meant lining up a slip space down in San Francisco Bay somewhere, so that I could have my truck, maybe not have live-aboard status, I can get into that later, but at least have the ability to have my truck down there, and so I could get around on land and do jobs and things like this. So basically, yeah, I started the process of looking at which marinas. I think I found a couple that are interesting. I realized that there's going to be, well, basically that I realized that these marinas are concerned mainly about how your boat looks. They don't really know or care if it's like super seaworthy. They want to know that it looks ship shape and tidy and not like a heap of garbage. So I have been spending this time that I've been kind of sick anyways, just working on some projects. First thing I did was, what is the first thing I did? Well, the first thing I did was just scrub the whole boat down. It had been so like wet and damp, and just for as long as I could remember that everything was turning green on the boat. I don't know if you can hear my voice, but I'm still not feeling great. But the sun is out, so there's boat work to be done. Yesterday, what I did was just like basically clean as much as I could. Specifically this. This is what it looked like yesterday. I don't know if you can see that. Green, growthy. I gotta do all this. I've got these big that I just wore away right here, and I'm curious if anybody has any ideas of how I can maybe patch that. I'm all ears anyway. Got a couple holes, but in general I'm just trying to clean everything up. That's what I'm doing today. I went out and started scrubbing it down just by hand. That's the best thing I could figure out, was scrubbing it with a bristle brush and then just spraying it with water and scrubbing some more and spraying it with water and scrubbing some more. So that's what I did to clean it up. Oh, and I also pulled down the headsail that was all destroyed, which was interesting. I basically had to cut it free because it had tangled itself up so much. So I pulled that down. I took that to the parking lot and got some measurements. And the measurements are the luff of the sail. So the front leading edge of the sail was 36 feet long. The foot was 16.5 feet long. And the leech was 33 feet long. So basically, yeah, I don't know. I haven't been able to find that exact size anywhere. I have found a few like used sails with similar dimensions. This was a pretty big head sail. I believe it was like 150% of what it's supposed to be, I think. So I could stand to go smaller, especially because I'm not doing a ton of sailing at the moment. I'm just kind of trying to figure out how to do all this other stuff, like living on the boat. So maybe a slightly smaller head sail will be fine. And I found some good prices, but I'm really curious what other people think, especially people who know their business as far as sails are concerned. About whether or not some of these will work. Like, for example, I'm not quite sure how like sails are designated, or how to find out what my rolling furling jib setup like takes, as far as is it a taped end or is it a rope enclosed end? The pictures look good, but I don't know. Have a look, see what I found, tell me what you think. So here is a furling Genoa sail that I think might work, but I really don't know. I'm curious what the internet thinks. It's got a luff of 36.4, leech of 32.7, and a foot of 13.2. Let's see, is there any pictures? Doesn't look like it's in the best shape. Okay, here's another one highlighted by my little check mark over here on the right-hand side. Or left-hand side rather, your other left. And it says it is a luff of 35, a leech of 33, and a foot of 15.8, which is pretty close to the one I had before. Not totally the same, but pretty close. Luff type Gemini tape. I don't know what that means. Sail type number 2. I don't know what that means either. So I don't know. I'm curious what folks think. It says it's got out of a possible rating of 10 to new, I guess. It's like 5, so it's probably not the best shape. Another one, this one by Sailbright Midwest. On their website I found a Dacron Furling Genoa for Hunter 32.6, which I'm assuming is like a 32-foot Hunter. By UK Sails, in decent condition, with a 34.4 foot luff. And this one looks like it's in good shape. It's got a good sun cover on it. This one was $475. Just don't know whether or not it'll work, you know, like I don't know what the standard is. But that one looks like it could do the trick. So after getting the sail down and just kind of cleaning up the boat a little bit from all the grunge and grime, I started working on sanding down all the teak on the boat, basically the handrails going forward and the roof hatches here on the outside in preparation for a couple coats of varnish, spar varnish. I'm looking for a more, I understand that the varnish won't last forever, but I think it'll last at least a year, maybe 2. So I'm going ahead and like sanding all the woodwork down. I'm starting at the fore of the boat, the front of the boat, but I will move to the stern, that spot over there, after I'm done. I have to basically break it up into 2 different sections. Yeah, so I'm doing the front section first, and then I'll do the back section after the front section is hopefully done and looking amazing. So yeah, basically a lot of sanding and fine sanding, lots of like little Dremel work with you know, this little Dremel thing that I have, battery powered Dremel thing, to get underneath all the different handrails and really clean them out. Yeah, I'm basically waiting for a quick weather window of maybe 3 or 4 days in a row where we're gonna have above 50-degree weather, so that I can actually apply this varnish. And I may be waiting for that for a few days here at least. Probably should be doing this stuff a little later in the year where it's a little bit warmer, but I want to be looking spick and span as soon as I can. So I'm moving ahead with this. Even if I have to wait to actually apply the varnish, I'm getting the sanding in, and I could probably, may have to touch it up again before I varnish, but there's a lot of little intricate work with just the sanding alone. So that's what I've been doing. Those are my projects. I haven't really done a whole lot of video stuff, just because this stuff is really not that interesting, and I'd rather be making videos about places that I go and actually sailing. So I'm not in a huge hurry to post videos of me sanding stuff, but I thought that a quick update was in order. Still alive, still kicking after a really hard month, and yeah, thanks for watching, thanks for checking in, and if you have any information that would help me out as far as the sail is concerned, that would be great. Please like and subscribe and share this with all your friends. I appreciate that, and thank you again to my patrons who are stepping up and helping me out, and it just means the world to me. So thanks again, and I'll see you next time.